I want to unpack a few things. So, number one, you seem to really enjoy it. Two, you see yourself as an athlete, right?
Hmm.
And three, you have variety. You have
Hmm.
options. So then,
Yeah.
depending on your mood or whatever, you don't have to just stick with one thing. And four, they're pretty much all outdoors, right? So you don't quite just stay in the gym a person. So I want to ask you about the question of why the outdoors? Like, why is being in nature, being in that movement important for you?
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, even the core work and the yoga, like on from spring through fall, if I can be outside, I'm out on my back deck doing that work. So yeah, there is absolutely something about being in nature that in some ways is as much of a priority as the exercise itself. I find just like you, I rely on tech to do most of my work. So I'm on screens all day and I really need that separation. I need that the breathing, the sounds, the sights, the smells, the feeling of being in nature and the movement itself to me are the combination. It's not one or the other, it's both. My wife thinks I'm nuts, but I have no problem going for a bicycle ride in January in Pennsylvania. 30-degree day, you have the right clothing, the right gear. It's I'm not looking to win, but I don't race bikes. I don't compete. I used to do that. But to me, it's the elements, the rhythms, and the breathing. It's all of it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. A major metropolitan area, so it's a little bit harder. I used to live in Topanga or Pacific Palisades in
Yeah.
California, in that area, so it's pretty easy to get to the Pacific Ocean. But these days, it's a little bit harder. So there's that trade-off, right? I want to be in nature, but at the same time, I like my convenience. We're gonna get into that particular component when it comes to food in a moment.
Hmm.
But accessing nature is super important. I didn't appreciate it when I was younger. My dad used to really just love us to take us to the highest mountain of Taiwan and just overlook the ocean and the mountain. And in my younger mind, I'm like, this is so boring. Why nature? But as I get older, I'm like, holy shit, there's so much the energetic transmission, the relaxation of the mind, and the air you breathe, and just expands my internal space so much. Nature is it's a true equalizer, a
Yeah.
true adaptogen, right? If you're
Yeah.
stressed, it calms you down. If you're not stressed, if you need a little bit more inspiration, it amps you up. So it's great.
Yeah. Do you ever practice qigong by chance?
Looked into it. Actually, one of the previous guests is a world champion of push hand.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I looked into it. To me, it's all about finding the right teacher
Yeah.
in any kind of discipline that I learn. So I've yet to find the right teacher with the mastery of the skills, as well as the right resonance, as well as the
Yeah.
teaching style. So those are
Yeah.
really hard to find for me.
Yeah, again, when I was really sick and not able to physically do much because of being so sick, I discovered Qigong. I found a woman and she actually taught me virtually. She taught me through Zoom like
Mm,
this. And then later, about a year later, I met who is now one of my best friends. And he too is a Qigong master and has taught me a lot. So a lot of times, if I can't do anything else, like I just mentioned, all that I love to do, but if a certain day just doesn't present itself with the ability to do any of those other modalities, I'll just go outside and practice Qigong for 10 minutes and 15 minutes. And it's powerful just to be
mm.
able to breathe and move and connect breath with movement in nature. It's incredible.